Hey everyone, welcome back to Southport on the west coast of Britain, near Liverpool, near Blackpool. This is of course where the horrific mass murder took place, where the young Rwandan descended Welshman attacked many young girls. Maybe the shot would be better without me in it. Oh, that's better. Anyway, welcome back to Southport. There's been a few revelations about the mass stabbing at the end of July. Just a few more seconds of it and then we'll begin. Now, this whole resurgence of Southport and Southport related conspiracy stuff in the news has got me thinking how the presence of Islamists or Islamo-Marxists in this country, they challenge and they poison the whole British liberty values around free speech and tolerance and live and let live. That's probably one of the finest British things we do is, oh, my neighbour's a weirdo. You know what? I'll live and let live. But as I keep reiterating, 35,000 dangerous Islamists on the terrorist watch list. Apparently, someone let me know yesterday that the security services can only monitor 10% of them. So there's 30,000 free-range Islamists running around doing whatever they do. Don't even want to know, because I know it won't be good. Hi everyone again. So we're on the street here. I'll try and get you guys a name. We're on Hart Street, and the little Taylor Swift themed dance class was in the Heart Space, which is over there. And I just wanted to show my viewers and the international audience, not that you're any different, you're all the same people, but this is just a very ordinary street, center-ish to a, an ordinary town called Southport, with ordinary people and ordinary houses. Now, the houses are quite big, quite nice, and there is a reason why I'm still in the car, is that it's still very fresh for everyone in Britain what happened. It's not every day, but unfortunately it's now every once in a while, and that's a bit more than we should have. The last massive attack by Islamists against little children took place in central Manchester in May 2017, where similar people to the Axel, don't know his surname, inspired by ISIS, Al-Qaeda, generalized Islamist conquer the planet themes. And now I watched a video by the leader of the Reform Party, a gentleman many of my viewers will be very familiar with, Nigel Farage. He is best known for the massive UKIP, United Kingdom Independence Party campaign to get Britain to leave the European Union, and he was successful. And then he rebranded himself as a champion of Britishness and reforming this country away from the, very far left woke agenda of anti-racism, anti-this, anti-that. And this country has now unfortunately done anti-racism so hard that they've become racist against the native English population. And as the joke goes, that was the very last thing they ever wanted, was to create vast racism. But again, what do I mean by that? And for the people rolling their eyes, Charlie, why are you now using the R-bomb, the big overused word racist? Well, when a 17-year-old, an adolescent, he is not a child, he is an adolescent, he's able to join the army, to drive in a few months. In fact, just after his terrible attack, he was 18, able to buy a beer. He was a grown-up. And it turns out now that not only was he in possession of a lot of Al-Qaeda manuals, don't even know what the hell they'd be, just kill the infidel. Page 1, kill the infidel. Page 2, kill the infidel. Page 3, have you killed lots of infidels today? Page 4, have you thought about attacking really innocent little girls dancing at a Taylor Swift dance party with their mummies and daddies, just having a little dance? So he got found with that. He got found also with ricin, it's a poison, which obviously I know ricin from the Tokyo subway attack from the late 90s, early 2000s, where that cult decided to try and kill thousands of people in Japan, and they got caught, and I think he got executed, that guy. But young Axel, he, sorry, I was talking about Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage came out, and he says that there has been a massive cover-up about young Axel, about his activities, his links to the Islamists, and what his motive were. And if we remember, and it's there in black and white on the internet, the counter-terrorism forces in this country, the police, they did not charge him with terrorism charges. And the reason was, they said, is that there is no motive of terrorism. And they were telling the public this when the riots were kicking off. In fact, big shout out to DJE Media, who in my opinion has the very best riot coverage. He did not take part, he did not incite, he did not encourage. He was there as a journalist, and he captured the riots from the inside. Like, oh my God, in 4K. So Farage has said there's been a massive cover-up, the links to the Starmer, the links to his family, and the big conspiracy theory now, which I think it might turn out to be very true, was that we have a kind of top dog Islamist called Anjem Choudary. He's been rabble-rousing and encouraging and inciting terrorism and the mass murder of Westerners for 20 years. And I don't know why he's not been deported. I think maybe he's too British to deport. You know, isn't that amazing? In this day and age, you can be British whilst having zero allegiance to Britain, whilst encouraging your fellow Islamists to mass murder British people. Anyway, the government had enough of old Choudary, and he eventually got sent down on a life sentence in prison. So goodbye, Anjem Choudary. And then hours later, an Al-Qaeda Islamist fanatic does it's the playbook, isn't it? The Islamist playbook. If you're going to terrorize the infidel, heathen Western Christians, what better way than to choose the most random little street, not a major city, Southport, you know, you may have heard of it, you may not. It's just a sleepy seaside town in the north of England. And let's not forget, it's not just 3 girls he murdered. There was 11 girls that he attacked with his knife. And the 8 of them that have lived, I can't even bear to imagine the nightmares those girls and their parents and their families are going to have for the rest of their lives. From the little girl's point of view, a very big man with a very big knife storms in and just robotically starts disposing of you and your friends as if you were nothing, as if you're just a piece of meat, as if your existence as a little girl bringing joy and love to your family is nothing. You are now just a number that he needs to deal with to get his vengeance, to kind of push Al-Qaeda Islamist ideas upon everyone. If it all comes out now that the police, on orders of the government, and again, I want my viewers, you know, we need to remember that the police in a way are like soldiers. The soldiers don't choose which battles to fight or which assaults to do or which front line to go to. So soldiers follow orders. So it's the colonels, the captains, and the generals. And in this case, the colonels, the captains, and the generals of the police are the Home Office and the civil servants in the Home Office under orders of the Prime Minister, which in this case is our dear leader Keir Stalin, Sir Keir Jong-un. Sir Keir Starmer, of course, is his real name. And I just don't see how he can survive politically in Downing Street, which is the British White House. It's where the seat of the number 1 executive is. I don't see how the Labour Party can survive in charge of Parliament if it turns out that in order to stop, and this is how the Labour views the public, they don't like the working classes, they hate them. They hate them because they consider them far too right-wing thinking. Far left people, communists, they only use the working classes as a hammer to attack the middle classes and the upper classes. And so if it comes out that Starmer has been treating the very people that voted for him, Labour means work. Labour means working class, although it used to, until Tony Blair. And if it comes out that Keir Starmer has treated them all like cattle, you are dangerous farmyard animals. You need to be shut up, suppressed, lied to, and that's the big thing. Keir Starmer has lied, allegedly lied, to the public to say, shush now, working class idiot. Okay, yeah, 11 girls have been brutally stabbed, 3 of them have succumbed to the massive knife injuries, but you're a dangerous far-right bigot. You shut up, know your place, get back at home, don't write on social media, don't write on Facebook. 2-year sentence if you became emotional and then, you wrote something a little bit racist online. There is nothing more racist than treating 60 million white working class people as literal cattle, as dangerous farmyard animals that need to be herded from one thought to another. I'm sorry, Keir Starmer, but if the revelations come out that there has been a cover-up, I do believe it's the end of your political career. And people will say, mate, you brought it all entirely upon yourself by not being able to talk to the British public about what happened in that building there. 2 weeks ago, Merseyside Police Chief Serena Kennedy, she told the public, as in us great unwashed members of the British masses, she wagged her finger at the cameras at the news conference and she told the British public not to speculate or spread rumours. Now, that is straight out of the Starmer playbook. You peasants better keep your mouths shut. Okay, someone's come in and viciously stabbed 11 little girls. 3 of them are deceased. But, you really shouldn't talk about it. Your job is to earn your potato ration, get back to your factory, and shut up. You don't want a visit from the KGB, do you? You don't want to have to go to a Siberian work camp, do you? No. And again, why did Chief Inspector, Merseyside Police Chief Serena Kennedy, I forget the name, was it Serena Kennedy? Why did she tell us not to speculate and to spread rumours? Because she's worried that people might get understandably upset that we have teenage Al-Qaeda terrorists free range around the country, ready and willing to throw their entire existence away to do Satan's bidding. Sorry to bring in religious terms, you know what I mean, metaphorical. To do the very worst thing. It doesn't get worse than that. It doesn't. And here's a symbol for you guys, the rolled up and shy and tiny little British flag. Look at that. I bet you, within 10 minutes, I could probably find you a massively proud Palestine flag tacitly supporting Hamas in some house. And we've seen quite a few of them today here, even in Southport, Palestine flags. Now, why do you never see people flying Israeli flags in solidarity with the hostages in their windows here in Britain? Why don't they fly Israeli flags, in solidarity with the Jewish state? We all know why. Is that this country has literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people who would happily, without any fear of punishment, feeling perfectly righteous, throw a brick through the window, steal the flag after smashing the window, throw something on fire in the house. They're Zionists that live here. They deserve everything they get, according to the Islamist poisoned mind of the young Marxists in this country. So that is why people who support Israel and support order and children won't attack a house for flying a Palestine flag. But we all know that the people that go on these weekly death marches, from the river to the sea, they would happily smash up your house if you dared fly the Star of David and the blue and white stripes. It's like, no, I support Argentina and I'm into astrology. Even if you told them that, no, it's the planet, they wouldn't believe you. They'd just smash your house up anyway. Because we have, and it's not challenged, you got your police chief telling you not to speculate, yet it's perfectly legal for all the Islamists and the Marxists to rabble-rouse the young to become new Maoist, little red book-holding foot soldiers of the revolution.
Yes, lad.
Hey, man, you all right? All good, all good, all good. Just doing a video. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Will do, mate. Thank you. Some cool construction guys behind me. Where was I? Yeah, like absolutely crazy the state that this country has fallen into. And I can bleat and talk and challenge all I want, but we need numbers, guys. I need all of you to do the same. And I hate to say this, but just be careful how and what you say, because we are in the new Soviet Britain. An emotional, slightly drunken outburst literally could land you a 2-year sentence in prison. Whereas in America, they would just laugh at you and say, that's a bit rude. Here, they would literally come to your house with handcuffs and take you away. And people always ask for solutions. What's the solution? Well, the solution is literally to live in truth. Live in truth, and the rest will come through. I mean that. I truly believe that.